Morning, fellow creators. Ben here from Cinder Studios. It is 8:30 a.m. on Saturday, June 20th. I was just doing some rearranging of my internal art storage space. I closed this door and I thought to myself, you know what? Let's paint a mural on this door. So that's where I'm starting today. I took the signs and the color maps off of the door because I needed to. And over the years, I've stuck many things to this door. But I'm to the point now where it's like things keep falling off. I've multiple adhesives, so now I'm just scraping back all of those adhesives. I'm gonna have to probably use some Goo Gone to get some of the stickier pieces off of this. I'm going to gesso the frame black. And I'm going to gesso this white after I fill in as many of the cracks in here as I can. And I'm going to put a painting on this door this weekend. I've needed this after finishing the big double-sided painting, the reversible one I was working on 2 weeks ago. I kind of burnt myself out a little bit creatively, and I basically haven't done anything for 2 weeks in the studio. Well, I mean, I have. Whatever live show I was working on, I've been working on this, which is a really fun little creature painting, which is almost done. And I probably will also finish this weekend, because I will have to spend some time thinking about what I want to paint on this. I am going to put the "You're welcome" as our neighbor sign back up here on top, but anything below that is going to be a specific piece. So, need to prep the door, and that's kind of where I'm starting myself off this morning. Gonna take some time. In this double-sided tape, this rubbery double-sided tape, I can easily say was the worst decision I made. It has the best sticky qualities, but it literally does not come off. It's really on there. I'm probably gonna have to sand it back, because that's the only way I'm gonna get it off. It's really, really, really on there. I'm letting the Goo Gone soak, but man, it is just not. It's not good. It's not good. It's the hardest thing to get off this door. So I know for next time, I guess. Poster back up, and that apparently I had hot glued to the door, and that released super easily. Well, I mean, not super easily. I mean, it's still on there. But like talk about like minimal residue. Yeah, use hot glue. This is taking me a lot longer than I was expecting it to. That definitely worked with the sander. At least for the most part. It's always fascinating for me to see what colors used to be on any given thing. And apparently it was green. So now I got a bucket of generic Mr. Clean. I'm going to wipe everything down. And then I should be able to throw in the... I've got some joint compound as well to do that first. There's some big cracks like in here and edge of the door from whatever it was painted originally. Or semi-originally, I guess I should say. But yeah, make sure everything's clean, fill in the gaps, and then I can actually gesso it. Pretty simple and straightforward. Of course, like every door in this time and where the house was built, some idiot painted the hinges because idiots paint hinges. This is the kind of nonsense project that I have been needing. Plus, it'll give me an excuse to clean down here because I can't remember the last time I did that. This water is brown. I mean, some of that's coming off the door, but still. I tell you what's funny, is over the years I have slowly been filling in the cracks in the wood. With just like every now and then I'll come over with like a thing of gel medium or something. But I was anticipating probably painting it a solid color eventually, but the idea of doing a full painting on this door is really fun. Kind of a first real big update to the background of the videos in a long time. Close enough. If it was somebody else's door, would I be more anal about it? Yeah, but it's my door, so I can just do whatever I want on it. And whatever I want on it is going to be letting the imperfections show through a little bit. Makes the painting a little more interesting. This looks really weird. It's been a couple hours. First layer of nice thickly applied gesso is dry. I've got a thinner layer applied thinner bit of gesso now to apply, which also has some marble dust in it to give me a little extra tooth. And then we'll be good to go. I get myself super excited and I'm like, you know, it's going to take more time for this to dry than I think it is. Because duh. Okay, so it is now Sunday at 10 to 7 a.m. The day got away from me a little bit yesterday. If you guys seen my vlogs before, you know that happens a lot. Especially when I start a big project and don't realize how long the prep time takes. So, white door. The second layer of that molding paste gesso is on here, so everything's a lot smoother. Got my design laid out in charcoal. So it's going to have that little bit of a charcoal base with the paint mix to start. Part of the reason why this is a vlog this week and not a regular art video, because I am overdue for one of those. Well, one is because I have yet to be able to bring myself to record the other art video. Similar to earlier, the motivation just has not been there to make other art stuff. So we get a vlog this week. I might get that recorded later today. I'm not sure yet. I'm a week overdue for my newsletter already, which is, so now that's due today. And hopefully I can get that done too. So yeah, I've been behind on just fucking everything creative. Anyhow, charcoal, this, oh right. So the other reason why this is not a regular art video is because having decided to do this, I now realize I need to at least have the first layer of paint on here before I do another art video, because this will become extremely distracting. So, I basically worked out this design so I can still hang this poster, and it's basically not going to obscure this at all. But it's not going to be all white. I want to work in some browns and stuff in the background, and oranges and stuff like that. The design basically is like a pod, like a seed pod of sorts, being held up by some twisted trees and everything like that. I worked off of, they're over there, one of those big sheets of compositions that I made last month. So I feel really good about this. So to start with this, I've got some acrylic phthalo green that's in a soft body, which I've actually thinned down to a fluid at this point. By the way, like, for the Liquitex people, I hate this container. It sucks. I don't know why they use them. They're awful. I've also got some of the original quinacridone nickel azo gold, which in theory I should not be using on a door like this, but it's the right color for what I need. Even though they can't make it anymore, I could probably get there with some transparent red oxide. But I realized I do not have a high flow of transparent red oxide, and I probably should get one. Or just the general replacement for this, the azo gold. So probably going to throw that on my shopping list for the end of the summer. Anyway, so I'm going to lean mostly towards the azo gold. And mixed out just a little bit of the green, and I'm going to work that as sort of a deeper brown in the general background. And then lean closer to the green when I'm mixing in with the charcoal to get that main composition. As long as I can get that much of that done, then I'll be happy and hopefully be able to record the other video. Additionally, this is now almost done. I put a little bit more work into the figure and stuff down in here. What I'm going to do with this is mix two interference colors, the red and the green, so it kind of almost neutralizes that interference color shift, but still is shiny, and do a really like super light buff over some of these like tendrils and stuff in here to make a handful of them stand out. And then the baseline just needs a little bit of the smalt hue to just bluify that ever so slightly. And it's basically done at that point. Not sure where I'm going to sign that. Probably sneak it in down there somewhere. But anyhow, that's almost done. This will be able to go in the newsletter as well, which is awesome. And then the in-progress stuff for that, again, if you're not on the newsletter, go to my website. The sign up is directly on the homepage, and there is also a newsletter tab now, so you can find it there. And if you sign up this weekend, you'll get the new newsletter. And this is the other one that'll end up being in the in progress thing. I started this during the live show 2 weeks ago. So between the door and this is what I'll be working on going forward. Can you tell I'm actually excited today? And well rested. Alright, I'm going to get into this. All right, brushes. Get to break out the big ones for this. A couple more things now that I'm thinking about it. So, big round Mega Brush Blick one. And this is finally an excuse to break out the paddle brush again, which is probably going to be most of this. And I was thinking about this as I was laying out with charcoal. Because the door has the contours of the shape itself, I'm constantly needing to have to step back so I don't do all those contours really slowly. I mean, I will have to eventually to cover paint with all of it. But it was the same thing with just mapping it out. I'm like, I have to stand back to do this. Otherwise, I'm going to sit there and fiddle with every little groove. And then it's going to look terrible. So it's like constantly have to step back. Constantly have to step back. But this is going to be fun. So I'm going to start slapping some paint on this. Okay, the base is in place. Now, total background is not going to be this orange. This is just sort of that initial coat, and I want to have that there as the underpainting. Looking at my color chart for my heavy bodies, and original thought too, because of the sign up here, I kind of want this mostly just to fade in color-wise. So by the time it's to here or so, I want this structure to basically fade into the top. And the color mix I'm going with is Nicolazo Yellow and Cobalt Turquoise. Because based on what was on my color chart, that's going to be a good mix, and maybe a little bit of white or like a deep gray or something in there to tone that back. And I'll probably put more of the light down the bottom. Well, maybe. Actually, you know what would be even better? Since my window light comes in from over there, why not actually highlight this as if that window light is what's highlighting this? So I think I will actually do that. Yeah, so actual light coming in from here, in which case I got to rethink my upper section slightly, but we should be fine. I'll start working that background in a bit. Probably going to be using a bit of glazing liquid as well to loosen out this color, or maybe even some molding paste actually. Really start spreading that around. So I will leave you guys with that for this week. Because I got to get this video edited and uploaded as well. This is this week's video. Thanks guys for watching. Keep on creating. Stay inspired. I'll leave you guys with the time lapse of the rest of my workflow here this morning. And hopefully next week I actually will have a regular educational art video out. See you guys next time.